Now we're getting to the end of our Marvel news. Spider-Man No Way Home. That was released yesterday. We learned the title. We're filming this Friday night as of right now. So it was yesterday when the title was dropped by Tom Holland. And I went back and I studied that board in the
I did
video,
too.
the whiteboard, to try to see if there was anything that was
Yep.
like important or that related to multiverse or anything. But I couldn't really see anything. I did see that Homeworld was on there. That was the one thing that I thought, Homeworld was on the board. So I feel like, again, they can try to play us, but they're not really playing us.
Yeah,
You know
exactly.
what I mean?
Yep,
So,
pretty
I don't
much.
know. And that might sound, I'm sure that's very forthcoming of me, but
There was one picture that I saw like on social media. It showed the scene where Agatha was talking about like taking care of children and how she doesn't do well with children.
uh-huh.
And she said that she once bit a kid. So like I don't know, they pretty much made the theory that Agatha pretty much shapeshifted herself into a spider and bit Tom Holland, Peter Parker. How do you think about that? Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's a stupid theory, but
It's stupid, but it kind of makes
has
me like sick to my stomach at the
it
same
has
time.
salt. Yeah, exactly. Like you know how shitty that would be, because we never got a origin story from Peter. So I mean, I'm pretty sure they'll have to hint it at some point. Like it has to come out, and that would be absolutely hilarious if it was actually Agatha.
I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of pissed that we didn't get an origin story for Spider-Man this go around. But looking back on it, we didn't really need it.
No, we really didn't.
I don't think we really needed it. It didn't change anything for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
nothing really changed.
Because we've already seen it plenty of times. Right. It's the same thing as like, oh, we don't need to see.
You don't need to see Uncle Ben shot in the chest again. You just don't. You don't need to see it again.
Like that's not necessary anymore. And also, whenever we introduced Tony, whenever they like started out with like Tony and Peter, it basically created like our version of Uncle Ben, because I mean that's pretty much what Tony was to Peter, like his other uncle, even though he did lose his uncle, but that was like, his next father figure. So I mean that was something this generation of moviegoer or MCU fans can experience. So that's pretty interesting.
Absolutely.
So it would be hilarious to know that if Agatha was the one that turned into a spider and bit him.
I've seen where the Marvel execs have said that because people have asked when's WandaVision season 2 dropping.
That's not happening.
And the Marvel execs were like, there is no Marvel season or WandaVision season 2. Like, why? And people are pissed. People are pissed that there's not going to be a WandaVision season 2. But here's the thing. It wouldn't make sense. If this is really the multiverse trilogy, as they're calling it, WandaVision, Spider-Man No Way Home, and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, if this is really going to be the multiverse trilogy, why the hell would there be another sequel to WandaVision? That wouldn't make any sense. Yeah. You've told the story already. And whatever story you don't tell, you're going to tell in Spider-Man No Way Home and in the Multiverse of Madness. There is no reason to continue WandaVision. I think it would be weird if they did another season of WandaVision.
It wouldn't make sense because, I mean, it's already solidified that her reality that she created in the series, it's falling apart.
Yeah.
And I can't see a situation where she would make another universe, I don't think, or like try to expand it, because there's nothing to expand on.
And especially, I don't understand. I know it's fandom. I know people get crazy in fandom, but I don't understand. I do too. I don't understand why. We're not even finished with season 1. We don't even know the extent of the last 2 episodes of WandaVision. Why would I want to know what's happening right now. You know what I mean? I'm not wanting another season. I want to know what's going on right now.
Exactly.
I want to know how this thing is going to end, because Agatha, I mean, I'm not going to, everybody, when she said I'm Agatha and they revealed her to be this demonic witch thing, everyone was like,
Who?
Who? What?
Who?
Who? What? Not Mephisto? Not who? You know what I mean? Not
Yeah,
Nightwing? Like,
exactly.
I don't know. I mean, who knows? Who knows what it's going to be? So I'm curious. But last, real quick, before we move on to our main topic tonight, Tom Holland was being interviewed. Again, this was on USA Today. I saw this. And his contract is over after this film. So once this film is finished, Tom Holland's contract is over. Now, that doesn't mean that Disney can't recontract him for more films. And I would say
Exactly.
they're going to recontract him for more films.
Yeah.
But he was asked, what are you going to do post Spider-Man No Way Home? And he said, I'm very lucky that I look young and I can continue to play the 17-year-old web slinger. And I will do that for as long as they will have me. If they want me to make 10 Spider-Man movies, you better believe I will be there.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's not an if, but a when they're going to revive his contract again.
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
going to make more Spider-Man movies. And, when we did our Spider-Verse episode, there was a rumor a couple months ago that they are planning on doing at least 2 more Spider-Man and Venom trilogies that will be like a Spider-Man Venom crossover where you get the high school years, the college years, and then the later on adult years, which if you're going to do that correctly, you would need Tom Holland to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
And here's the thing with Sony now, which, he also went on to kind of clarify that, Marvel and Sony are in a good place right now. They were really battling out over their characters, but
Mommy and Daddy stopped fighting for a second.
Yeah, like they actually, I think Marvel and Sony are in a good place. And, Tom Holland kind of clarified that and saying that, they're fine. Like nobody needs to worry about them fighting over rights or fighting over characters anymore. I think whatever deal they struck prior to No Way Home, I think is going to continue. And I do believe that we're going to start seeing the Venom world and this Spider-Man world crossover. And it won't surprise me if, what we talked about in episode 2 is correct and that they go back and they finish out Andrew Garfield's trilogy and Tobey Maguire's story.
Yeah. And I think that's probably...
Which would be awesome. I would love to see that.
I wouldn't want to see a movie, but I'd much rather see their story end in one of the
I'm talking
Spider-Man or Doctor Strange.
I'm talking a movie. If they did another Amazing Spider-Man and if they did a Spider-Man 4.
I don't know. I don't think it would hit.
Yeah, I think at first the idea, I was like, well, hell yeah, I want to see more. But I think they can end it. I think they can find a way to end it in this final Spider-Man film without, without having to go back and tell
without taking. Yeah, exactly. And I think with Spider-Man, what is it again?
No Way Home.
No Way Home.
You really can't remember this damn
I
name,
really can't, no. With this movie coming out and Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, I think that would be a good way to end their stories to a certain degree. Because, I mean, we don't need to see another Tobey Maguire movie. We don't need to see another Andrew Garfield movie.
We don't.
So, no need to beat that dead horse.
Well, and that's another interesting thought is, obviously, I don't know. I know it's not confirmed, and I know that it's being denied by everybody, which it would be a huge secret. But I think Tobey Maguire, and I really think this is going to be the MCU Spider-Verse. I really, in my heart of hearts, do. Do you think we could see Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield in the Multiverse of Madness? Or is this going to be just in No Way Home? Because if those other reports and those plot leaks were true, which I'm, obviously spoiler-free show right now, but if those plot leaks were true, and Spider-Man Far From Home, or not Far From Home, No Way Home. See, I'm doing this shit too.
Yeah.
If No Way Home ends dark, and it doesn't end well for our protagonists, as the middle act of a 3-act play usually does not. Look
Mm-hmm.
at the Return of the Jedi. Halloween Kills is going to be the darkest. You know, I think we could see them return in the Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
You know,
and I could totally see that too. You also said Return of the Jedi was a third act. I think that was a third act. That wasn't the middle.
oh, what was
Empire. It was Empire Strikes Back.
Empire Strikes, whatever.
Yeah.
Empire
By the
Strikes
way,
Back.
guys, we're gonna do a Star Wars episode too. I gotta get him up to date as well.
I
so.
misspoke. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm getting him up to date on Halloween. He's gonna get me up to date on Star Wars, which
Exactly.
I have seen all the Star Wars films. I'm not as well versed in the lore as most Star Wars people are.
Exactly.
I'm the guy that would piss hardcore Star Wars fans off because I'm not as well versed.
Very much, because you almost said Star Force, my guy.
I didn't say Star Force.
You almost did. You almost said Star Force. I was about to correct you right there, my guy.
But all right, let's move on to our main topic of the evening.